recently my son decided he wanted to be a junior leader at our church. So they had discipleship class, which I think is just simply amazing anyway. So I picked him up. This was Thursday. I picked him up from church, from our discipleship class. And on our way home, I'm listening to our worship music. I do worship with our kids' ministry. So I'm listening to our songs that we got for the kids' ministry, just getting it in my spirit. And the song was Make Room. I will make room for you to do whatever you want to. Really nice little rice worship song. So as I'm driving, I hear my son in the background and he's singing along. So I'm not thinking nothing about it. I'm like, okay, cool. He's just singing, right? He knows the songs. So while I'm driving, he immediately starts weeping. And I just hear crying. So I turn around and I said, Dylan, I said, what's wrong? What's going on? He said, God is just so great. And he's crying. So what do? I pull over on the side of the road. I pull over into the grass, right? I pull over into the grass. And I was in a safe spot and I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, God, what is happening? You could feel God's presence so thick in my car. And we've been talking about supernatural encounters at church, and I just thankful for this. So you feel God's presence in the car. I get out the car, I get in the back seat. Like I moved over, so we safe. We not on the road anymore. I move over and I get in the back seat with him and he's crying and he's just worshiping. So I just start singing and I'm worshiping with him and I'm praying and we just having this moment. And I'm sitting here and what do you do in that moment? Like I want to steward this moment correctly, right? Because here's my 11-year-old worshiping and having an encounter with God. And I'm just thankful that I'm able to see it, to witness it, to be a part of it, right? So he starts to just kind of calm down for crying. So I'm still going. He's speaking in tongues. This was unbelievable. So while I'm talking to him, I started talking to him because the part of me, like as a mom, like, well, what just happened? What did you feel? What did you see? What did you hear? I want to know what happened in this moment. And I said, did you hear God's voice? Did he say anything to you at all whatsoever? And he said, but that's the problem, Mom. I don't know if I know God's voice. And now he's crying like out of frustration. He said, I need you to help me hear God's voice. I don't know how to do this. And I'm like, baby, you do know God's voice. So I started to remind him. I said, God speaks to us in so many different ways. He speaks to us. And we talked about like Moses in the bush and all these different ways. And I said, the same way God's been speaking to you. So like the past month or two, he's been really in his Bible. He's been just asking about scriptures. And y'all, I take no credit for none of this. Yes, I pray about raising kingdom-minded children. Yes, I'm intentional to show them a lifestyle, to show them that I love God and there's benefits from knowing him. So I told him, I said, these past couple months where you've been in the Bible, I said, Mommy and Daddy didn't tell you that. I said, God told you that. There was an inclination from the Holy Spirit and you listened. I said, you do know God's voice. I said, the same way with the